What's the gap behind?
0.9. One
Nate, what's going on with the battery?
gap at 1.2 behind. Battery fine.
No, it's not. I have no real... What the fuck is this?
Stand by, Max.
It's just shitting itself.
Yeah, copy, Max. It's not battery related. We can see the issue, Max. It's not battery related.
Now, what do you want me to do?
There's not a lot we can do. Okay, try to make it into the pit lane, please, Max.
Dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, dear me. He said there was nothing wrong with the engine. Are you really, really sure about that? Really? Nothing wrong with the engine? Okay. Let's go back to the basics. Very simple, very easy. Very simple. Now, Pierre Gasly broke down. Max Verstappen broke down. And then Perez broke down. Very simple. Very simple, very easy, very, very transparent. You told your driver, Max Verstappen, you told your driver that the car is fine. But deep down, you knew the car wasn't fine. Look, if you know my opinion on Red Bull, if you follow me on my channel, you know my opinion on Red Bull. After last season, you know my opinion on Red Bull. Now, after the race, after the race, it was trending on Twitter, Karma and Christian Horner. Yeah, I'll say it again. It was trending on Twitter, Karma and Christian Horner. Why do you think that? Why do you think it was trending on Twitter? And you know where the tweets was coming from? The most tweets, the most hashtags was from the UK. The UK. Why do you think a lot of tweets were coming from the UK, the hashtags? Why do you think? Maybe it's got something to do with a certain driver. Let me guess, Lewis Hamilton. Who, to me, is an 8-time world champion. This is what makes me laugh. The guy's walking around, he's got his gold boots on. He's walking around with number 1 on his car. Like he really, really deserves it. Look, I don't know about any of you guys who are watching my channel. Now, if I want to be a true champion, I want to be remembered as a true champion. When I win stuff, I want to win it fair. Very simple. I want to win it fair. Now, I said that's what's going around on Twitter. That's what's going around on Twitter. And do I believe it is justified?
Hello, sexy banana. Very good, very nice.
Do I think it's justified? You damn right it is. Now you know what it feels like, Max Verstappen and Red Bull. Karma is coming for you. But you know what? There's a positive. There is a positive. There is a positive in this F1 world. Yes, there is. The positive is that McLaren finished higher than Red Bull. That's exactly what the positive is. McLaren finished higher than Red Bull. And guess what else as well? Nicholas Latifi finished higher than Max Verstappen. That is amazing. Amazing. Now, before the race, I had high hopes for this race. High hopes. I knew from practice session, I knew from the winter testing that Ferrari had the fastest car. Now, I'll tell you what's going to happen. I'm going to call it right now. I'm going to call it now, okay? I'm going to call it now. I am going to call it. I'm going to call it. You remember all those Red Bull fans? Those fake Red Bull fans. Fake. Very simple. Fake. In the next couple of races, when they see that the Red Bull car potentially might break down, because you know what? That engine could have a gremlin in it. A gremlin. Now the gremlin means that there's a fault in the car and they don't know what it is. They might change it, they might tweak a few things, and they might make it worse. That's what a gremlin is. A gremlin. That's what could be in that engine. But if the gremlin is in the engine, there's a potential, there is a chance that the Red Bull could break down again. Now, Red Bull today finished with 0 points. 0. No points in the constructors. No points in drivers. Points. No points. So they walk home, back to their motorhome, wherever they're stopping, what hotel, wherever they're stopping, they walk home with shit. Very simple. They walk home with nothing. Now, back to my point. See these Red Bull fans, these fake Red Bull fans, eventually, they're going to smell the coffee, the fake Red Bull fans, and they're going to direct themselves straight down to Maranello. And they are going to start supporting Ferrari. They're not going to support Mercedes being the obvious Lewis Hamilton. They're going to start supporting Ferrari. You can see it now. I saw it on Twitter today, a few of these Red Bull fans. I saw it on Twitter today. They're going, oh, excellent, Charles. Brilliant race, Charles. You've got the fastest car now, Charles. The fake Formula One fans, fake Red Bull fans, they're going to start looking towards Charles Leclerc, going to start looking towards Carlos Sainz. That's exactly what is going to happen. The fake fans, the jumpers, they go from team to team to team. Not Mercedes, because Lewis Hamilton's there. It's a personal thing, is it? I don't know why, but it's a personal thing. Maybe it's the obvious. We know what it is. But that's what's going to happen. Red Bull was shocking. Shocking, shocking, shocking. That Honda engine is in trouble.
Give me a hell yeah.
And I've got to admit, look, the race was amazing. That race was excellento. Excellent. From start to finish, brilliant race. But for me, I think the driver of the day was well rewarded to Charles Leclerc. Charles Leclerc was amazing today. Charles Leclerc deserved driver of the day because he put the work in. He got the fastest lap in qualifying. He deserved driver of the day. Amazing, Charles. Amazing. Well deserved. And he deserved it. Charles Leclerc deserved driver of the day. But hats off to Lewis Hamilton. Hats off to Lewis Hamilton. He was driving a car today which was expected to finish in the middle of the track. Middle table, middle team for now. It was expected. Toto, before the race, he came out and he said to everybody, if I get 7th and 8th, I'll be happy with that. 7th and 8th. That's what Toto Wolff said. He was not expecting 3rd place. I was not expecting 3rd place. I said it yesterday on my qualifying video. I was not expecting 3rd place. I was expecting 5th. Oh, that's what I was expecting. But third place, amazing. Even if Perez wouldn't have broke down, it doesn't matter. He still would have got, the 4th place. And that was amazing by Lewis Hamilton. He's getting every little bit, ounce of energy out of that car. Every little ounce of energy out of the car. Well deserved. So basically, the fake fans are going to start getting behind Charles Leclerc. And that's my opinion. Now, this race was amazing. And I'm going to get onto it. I got a few notes here because it was a good race. If the race is not good, if the race is dog shit, I will come out and I will say it. But the race today was amazing. Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz was the 1 and 2 and they deserved it. So let's get into it. Look, the start was amazing. Box office. It was box office. Amazing start by Hamilton. Amazing start by Charles Leclerc. Not so much by Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen kind of had a slow start, which is very kind of rare for him compared to last season. Last season, Max Verstappen starts were on point. One thing I'd say about him. Look, credit where credit's due. Last season, Max Verstappen starts were probably the best. Amazing start. Today, not so much. I don't know if it's something to do with the new regulations, the way the car's set up. I'm not sure if it's got something to do with the tyres. I don't know because the tyres are new as well. I don't know, but for some reason today, it was not on it at the start. So, lights out of the way we go. Boom. Charles Leclerc nailed that first start. Second was Max Verstappen. 3rd place was Carlos Sainz. And 4th place was Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton went from 5th on the grid to 4th. So he gained a spot at the beginning, which was amazing. But my concern was Lewis Hamilton is he going to be able to hold off the cars behind him? Because at this point, I thought that Lewis Hamilton, right, was probably, that he ain't got the speed underneath him. He has got the speed underneath the car, but he's still getting that isolation with the car, which is going bang, 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 bang. Bit like a seesaw. And that's what's going on with Lewis Hamilton's car. And I was thinking to myself, what's he going to be like with the tyres? Is the car going to be able to, is the car going to be good on tyres? Because nobody really knows that yet. It's all right doing the old winter testing, but winter testing is not race pace, is it? It's testing. So, Lewis got into 4th place. Ocon, right, clashed with Mick Schumacher. He clashed with Mick Schumacher at the beginning, and he got himself a 5-second penalty. 5-second penalty straight away. So, that is looking good for the rest of the season. The stewards are on it and they're strict. And the positive thing about this year as well, no one can speak to the engineer. No one can speak to the FIA over the radio during the race to try and change the mind, a bit like what Red Bull did last season. So they was on it. There's about 3 of them now in the office. There's 3 of them doing it. Numbnuts is gone Massey. But the other 3, there's 3 there, and they're basically running the decisions through the race. They've got VAR's there. They've got cameras all over the place. So this year, hopefully, we're going to see some fair, clean racing. So Ocon straight away got the 5-second time penalty, and it didn't take that long either. You remember last season when we was watching the Formula One and stuff happened and we was there watching, and like half an hour later he'd make the decision. Sometimes after the race he'd make the decision, but this decision was made instant, and that's what I want to see. I don't want to see decisions after the race. I want to see straight away, and that's what we saw. Excellent by the stewards. Respect so far. So lap 8, Bottas at the beginning Bottas was driving okay. He lost a few positions, but lap 8 Bottas got passed by Albon. Albon passed Bottas. I never thought I'd say that, but straight after, Bottas passed Albon, and I knew I'd say that. So lap 10, Lewis, like I said, was in 4th place, but I had a feeling with the car Lewis has got, I knew that he probably wouldn't, he's not going to keep Perez behind him. Not in that Red Bull. That Red Bull at the moment is far superior to the Mercedes. Very simple. It doesn't matter if you're a Mercedes fan, it doesn't matter whatever fan you are. There's no way that Lewis, with the car he's got now, is going to keep Perez behind him. So Lewis done his best. He didn't really try and fight with him because he knew it was inevitable, it was going to happen. Gone. There you go. Perez passed Lewis over. For now. So, lap 15, Max pits. So I was thinking to myself, look. Alright, I think it was lap 14. I think it was lap 14 actually. That Lewis picked first. I think it was Lewis that pitted first. He came in and he put the hard tyres on. Max pits on lap 15. He put, I think it was the medium tyres on. I think it was medium. And it was a 2.9 second pit stop. That's standard for Red Bull. Red Bull, you can't beat Red Bull for pits. It's never going to happen. When it comes to pits, yeah, Red Bull are the fastest. They're probably not going to break the record because now this year the tyres are heavier, so it's going to be a little bit harder for the engineers. I mean for the pit crew. But it's 2.9. That's still excellent. 2.9 seconds. That is one of the greatest pits ever. So, lap 16, Hamilton was on the radio to his to Bono, and he said to Bono, "Because look, Bono, don't you think that you've pitted me too early? Don't you think?" Bono says, "Nah, we're all right. Don't worry about it." Because Hamilton was not complaining. He was just coming out on the radio and he was saying, "Look, I don't think that you picked me too early." So Bono says, "Nah, it's all sweet. Let's get on with it." So Hamilton got on with it. Didn't moan. He just wanted to, know what was going on. So he put the hard tyres on, like I said previously. He put the hard tyres on. Lap 16, Charles and Max started their rivalry. This is where their rivalry. It started in 2019 at Austria, when Ferrari had a half decent car. But this is 2022. Ferrari hasn't just got a half decent car. They have got a monster of a car. So after Charles done his pit, yeah, he come out. He done his pit, I think it was lap 16, he done his pit. He was coming out the pit lane, and then Max Verstappen was right there. Right there waiting for him, thinking, let's go. It's like two heavyweights in a boxing ring, mano with mano, power versus power. Who's going to come out on top? Similar age. For me, Charles Leclerc, he's the better driver. I said this years ago. A lot of people saying that Charles Leclerc's a flop because he's not really lived up to expectations. How the fuck is he going to live up to expectations, yeah, if he hasn't got a good car? When you get two good drivers, getting both in the same car, then we're going to see Guan. And that's exactly what we saw today. Two drivers go mano a mano. I was jumping off my sofa. I think I broke my sofa. Because when I saw these two together, it was like Christmas. I was rooting for Charles Leclerc all the way. All the way. Because Charles Leclerc is an amazing driver. He's skilled. He's got personality on and off the track. He's got class. That's something that's not even in Max Verstappen's vocabulary. It's not even in him. Max Verstappen hasn't got class. Charles Leclerc is a va-va-va-voom. An amazing driver. And if he's the driver to lead the next 10 years, along with George Russell, I'll be happy with that. Formula One is in a good place. Charles Leclerc is the kind of person that you bring home if you're a girl or whatever, and you want to bring your man home to see your parents. Charles Leclerc is that kind of guy. Mom, I want to show you my new boyfriend. This is Charles Leclerc. What do you think, Mum? You can trust Charles Leclerc, but Max Verstappen, you're not going to bring him home to your mum. The Duel in the Desert 2022. If you know what the Duel in the Desert is, the Duel in the Desert is where basically Lewis Hamilton versus Nico Rosberg 2014. I think it was 2015 as well. Long time ago now. The Duel in the Desert, when you got two guys in the same car, both want to win the championship. And it was at Bahrain as well. I think it was at Bahrain. But it was a night race. And this is what this reminded me of. I was waiting for this since 2019 when they clashed at Austria. And for me, Max should have got the penalty. But he never. He got away with it and he won the race after he shoved Charles Leclerc off the track. Now, these giants came together. Lap 16, Charles and Max. The feud begins. Lap 17, Max got the amazing slipstream. I've got to hand it to him. He got the slipstream and the dive bomb of the fucking season so far. I know the season just started, but this dive bomb, he's going to take some beating. Max Verstappen gets the slipstream, the DRS, launches his car straight at Charles Leclerc. But the only thing with the dive bomb, what happens when you do a dive bomb? You can sometimes compromise yourself. He done that dive bomb, but Charles Leclerc looked at him and goes, yeah, you got me. Watch this. As soon as the next DRS zone, Charles just went right past him. Nothing he could do. But it didn't end there. Lap 18. Round two of the rivalry. At this track. So, Max does the same again. He sticks with Charles. And he says, right, I'm going to get you this time. And he did get him. He got Charles. But Charles says, yeah, you got me there. I'm going to get you again on the DRS zone. Charles said, yeah, pass me, whatever, man. DRS zone comes. The DRS zone comes. Charles goes, past him again. Bye-bye. Lap 19. Max is not having it. Max gets a toll, gets the DRS. And you know what? Charles Leclerc, he ran out of ERS. Charles Leclerc. And Max dive bombs again, but then he locks up and scolds his tyres. Boom. See you later. Over. For me, it was over then. He scolded his tyres because he was greedy to try and pass Charles Leclerc. Max comes on the radio and he starts saying to flipping his engineer, Dickwad, he starts saying, why did you let me go so slow on the outlap? You should have let me go for it because I could have passed him. Ted Kravitz comes on the radio talking to Sky Sports F1 and he says, I'm sorry, Max, the data does not back it up. The way you was driving, the way your car was, the way all the data says on the computer, you wouldn't have passed Charles Leclerc. But there's no point of talking to him, is it? There's no point. So, Lewis pits again. This is the second time, lap 28. Lewis pits again. So, what this race is showing us, the new cars and the tyres, it's showing us that there's going to be a lot of two-stop strategies in this season. Potential free. because the tyres are good, but the cars are heavier. So because the cars are heavier and got this new floor, the tyres are not really lasting as long as there was last season. But I'm all up for good pits. I'm up for 3 pits. I'm up for 2 pits. It's good. It makes the racing excited. And today it was excited. And one thing what stood out for me today, they've got it right. But after the evidence of today, they've got it right. They have got it right. The FIA, they've all got it right, because now you're seeing the cars follow each other more closer. And that's what I want to see. Now, Lewis put some medium tyres on. Medium tyres for Lewis Hamilton. He got a 3.9 seconds, so not really a good pit. But you know what? It is what it is. Magnussen pits at the same time. Gasly. Bono said to Lewis Hamilton when he come out the pits, he said, listen, Lewis, you need to go easy on your outlap. We need to make these tyres last. Martin Brundle come out on the radio and said, you know what? There's still half a race to go. At this point, I was thinking to myself, is he going to finish? If he only done so many laps on the hard tyres, what makes you think he's going to have the medium tyres are going to last him? And there was still half a race to go. So I was thinking, by this point, he'd already picked twice. So he's got half a race to go on medium tyres. He had the soft, they didn't last. He had the hard, they didn't last. And now we're lap 28 and he's putting on the medium tyres. So there was no retort from Hamilton. He just carried on what he was doing. So lap 32, Charles Leclerc pits again. And then when he came at the pits, Max was 2.5 seconds behind him. And the reason why Max Verstappen was 2.5 seconds behind him, because when I was having that duel in the desert, Max Verstappen at lap 19 at turn 1, he locked his tyres up. Locked. And now the car's starting to slow up. He's complaining on the radio. You can't blame your engineer, Max. It was you. You're going to learn to look after your tyres. That's one thing about Lewis Hamilton. If Lewis Hamilton was chasing Charles Leclerc, he wouldn't have locked up like that. He would have waited for his, if Lewis Hamilton was in that Red Bull, he would have waited for the right time to pass him. Very simple. Very simple. So, he was gone. There was no way he was going to catch Charles Leclerc. The only way Max was going to win this race was a miracle at this point. So, Max Verstappen, again, ranting and raving, coming on the radio and say, you know what? I'm not going to listen to you again. I'm not going to take it easy on the outlap. Complaining and complaining and complaining. And this is coming from a guy what spent the whole of last season saying that Hamilton always moans on the radio. Him, Christian Horner, all the Red Bull team saying all Lewis does is moan on the radio. This is only the first race in and he's moaning like a bitch. So that's all I'm saying. And if you come out and say, I'm not a hater. I'm just telling you the facts. Last season, he was complaining about Hamilton. And now he's doing the same, but only the first race in. So, let's move on. Hamilton was doing all right on his tyres by lap 32. He comes out, right, like I said, he's doing all right. He's got the medium tyres on. Hamilton's got the medium tyres on. He passes a couple of cars. He's okay. He's in 6th place. Hamilton at this point, I thought Hamilton, look, he's having a half decent race. Well, a very good race by Mercedes. By Mercedes standards, really should be at the front. But for the car he's got and the way he's got driving, you know what? 6th place. That I would have settled for 6th place. I said this yesterday in my video. 6 would have been good for me. Toto said it today as well before the race. So at this point, I think to myself, look, all you got to do is nurse your tyres home. Medium tyres, just nurse them home. Don't go for no crazy stuff. 6th place, you're good to go. So, lap 33, Max is free to push. His engineer comes on the radio and says, look, you're free to push. And for me, that was a mistake, right? Lap 33, he told Max to push his engineer. But if you're telling Max to push, that's basically suicide. Suicide on the tyres. Because you know what Max is like on the tyres. He went to school and he got a D- in nursing tyres. Hamilton got an A+, he got a D-. So you know where I'm coming from. So, Perez pits on lap 44. And Lewis again, he went back into 4th place. So by lap 45, Lewis was 4th. And I thought to myself, you know what? That's okay. I'll take 4th place. 4th place is good to go. Sainz pitted. So for me, yeah, this was a mistake because Max Verstappen pitted. Sainz went into 2nd place. And it was 1 and 2 Mercedes. And there was only about, there was 1 and 2 Ferrari. And there was only 15 laps to go. And for me, they should not have pitted Sainz. Sainz tyres were okay, in my opinion. I think Sainz could have went all the way with Charles Leclerc and got a 1 and 2 anyway. Lap 46. Max starts complaining again. Max starts complaining again. I think the karma was starting to home in on his big thatched head.
Holy shit.
The karma was coming down on his big melon head. On Max's head. He was complaining about his driving. He was saying that the steering felt heavy. At the first, you know what? When I first heard Max say that, I thought to myself, he's trying to do a Mercedes. He's trying to do a Mercedes. He's trying to do it clever because he knows everyone's going to listen on the radio. He's trying to do a clever one. Really, his car's good. Then he kept complaining and complaining. And this is, again, coming from a guy who says all Lewis does is complain. All Lewis does is complain every single race. Helmut Marko, fuckhead. Christian Horner and his bollock brain, Wheatman. All they ever say is that Lewis complains. That's all. This is the first race. First race. And who's complaining? Max. Why is Max complaining? If he's got the best car and the best setup, why is he complaining? Why? Doesn't make sense, does it? Exactly. So they must know something, what's going on with that car. They know the car's not right yet. So, all of a sudden, a virtual safety car comes out because Gasly broke down. And Gasly has got a Red Bull Honda engine in. So, I was thinking to myself, if this engine supposed to be so good, why is it breaking down? And it didn't just break down. It didn't just break down. It blew up. It stopped and blew up. There was fire everywhere. Gasly got out the car. I'm glad Gasly got out there safely. Excellent driver. Love Gasly. You know what? I don't like Max Verstappen, but I wouldn't want him to get burnt in the car. And Gasly got out, and I thought to myself, interesting. That's supposed to be a Honda engine. Why is it breaking down? Why? And then I was thinking to myself, you reckon Max Verstappen's car's gonna break down? I was thinking it, I was hoping it was, but I never thought it was gonna happen. No, he starts complaining again about his car. It's still not right. They brought out the full safety car. Everybody starts flying into the pits. Everybody's pitting at this point. Lewis pits, Russell pits, Charles pits, everybody pits. So I was thinking to myself, here we go, it's coming now, it's coming now. We're going to get our cinematic finish. Just like the wanted in Abu Dhabi last season. Are we going to get this cinematic finish? We did get a cinematic finish, but it wasn't really in favour of Red Bull. I don't care how you finish. I don't care about the cinematic finish. I just want it to finish. I don't care if it finishes under a safety car. I just want the race to finish. Not in controversy like it was last season. So the virtual safety car was out for about an hour. At least an hour. That's what it seemed like, the safety car. I was thinking, is this ever going to end? The car was on the side. All they had to do is push the car off. You had the flipping steward standing there. Just standing there looking at the car. Maybe there was an electric issue with the car. That could have been it. That if they touch the car, they might get electrocuted. Or the car could have been really hot. But eventually, they got the safety car ended. Charles Leclerc pulled off, left Max Verstappen for dust. Gone. See you later. That was lap 51 when the safety car ended, by the way. It was finished. So, lap 54, Sainz got DRS on Max Verstappen. Because, like I said, Max Verstappen was complaining about his car. Max Verstappen got passed by Carlos Sainz. I was loving it. I was going, yes, yes. I was rooting for Sainz. Come on. He passed Max Verstappen. See you later. Max Verstappen come on the radio again. Started crying a river of tears. What the fuck? I'll play it now for you.
What's it got behind?
0.9.
Mate, what's going on with the battery?
Gap at 1.2 behind. Battery fine.
No, it's not. I have no what the fuck is this?
Stand by, Max.
It's just shitting itself.
Yeah, copy, Max. It's not battery related. We can see the issue, Max. It's not battery related.
Now, what do you want me to do?
There's not a lot we can do. Okay, try to make it into the pit lane, please, Max.
Yeah, there you go. Into the pit lane. Go to the pit lane. Go to the pit lane. We do not want you here. Get your car. Get off. Your services are no longer required. Get your car. Get off. And you know why? Because this is karma from last season. Don't you understand? Karma is a bitch. You're the bitch. You was complaining on the radio all through the race. You was, last season, you was moaning about Lewis Hamilton that he always complains. And what was you doing today? Even when the car was running fine, he was moaning on the radio because they said, oh, you let me go on the lap too slow, the out lap too slow. Because you know that Ferrari's car is better. You know that Ferrari's car is a better package and you have to live with that. And don't think Mercedes is going to be at the back for long. Behind you. Mercedes are coming. It may be not coming now and maybe not coming next week or the 2 weeks after. 4 races in, maybe Imola, you're going to start seeing the Mercedes speed. But I want to see the competition. But what it boils down to is karma is a bitch. I'm not going to come in there and say, oh, it's horrible for Max Verstappen. No way. Never going to happen. At the end of the day, you get what you deserved. His car, the passed him, Carlos Sainz. And then who passed him straight after? Carlos Sainz. Perez passed him. And the car broke down. He was going slow. Then Hamilton passed him and Russell passed him. Just like that. And then he pulled his car into the pits. Done. Engine done. Second Honda engine today. And then I was thinking, look, Lewis in the 4th place. I never thought Lewis would get 4th at all. 1 lap to go. Lewis found speed from nowhere. He found the speed like he was last year. The spicy engine. Remember Brazil 2021? When he had the spicy engine? Lewis found speed. He was catching up with Perez, and then Perez come out on the radio. What did Perez say? Perez come on the radio and says, you know what? This car's done. It's over. The suffering from the car, losing power. So Lewis, like a shark that smells blood, pounced on him and pounced on. And you know what? Even if the car would have broke down, Lewis still would have passed him. Because the way Lewis got in that good exit into turn 1, he was right behind Perez. And he would have got the good exit anyway, and he would have got him on the DRS. But what happened on the last lap? Perez car broke down. So that is 3 Honda engines in the fucking toilet. Gone. Flush. Gone. Not looking good for the Honda engine at the moment. Honda's not there. They're just doing the service. Next year, there's not even going to be a Honda engine. They have to get their own engine. Red Bull. But anyway, enough of that. Charles Leclerc passed the finish line. 2nd was Carlos Sainz. And 3rd was Lewis Hamilton. I am happy with that. No points for Red Bull today. No points in the constructors. No points in the drivers. So, Red Bull got a lot of work to do. They've got a lot of work to do. Do I care? No. I do not care. I'm not going to come out and say, oh, it's not good for Formula 1. Don't care. Oh, look, Perez, I'm a fan of Perez. Big fan of Perez. I do like Perez. Shame for Perez at the end of the day. But it is what it is. But I'm upset about Max Stafford breaking down. Nah. Never going to happen. So, that is the end of the race. It was an amazing race from start to finish. And it was a good race. And I hope the next race in Jeddah next week will be just as good or not, or even better. You thought last season was good. I think this season is going to be better. I said it on my last video last season. I said, look, if the cars can follow each other closer and it works, which by the evidence today it works, we're going to get a better season. And that's all I want to see. I want to see closer racing, fair racing. Last season was horrible. It was dirty season, especially from Red Bull. You're not going to see that now because all the rules are coming in now. All locked in. And that's it. And that's all I want to see. That's all I want to see. Fair racing. Congratulations to Charles Leclerc. Charles Leclerc, the Ferrari team deserved it. They deserved everything. Carlos Sainz deserved second place. He deserved second place. I know he didn't have the best car at the beginning. He didn't have the best car at the beginning. He said, hopefully in the next race, when he goes to Jeddah, he's going to have a better car. And I think he will. Carlos Sainz is going to be in there as well. Not guaranteed that Charles Leclerc is going to win every single race. I think Carlos Sainz is going to share a few races with him as well. Hopefully Mercedes could come back. Hamilton bringing the car home to third place. Absolutely amazing. Well deserved. Respect to that guy. To get third place, even if, look, if Perez wouldn't have broke down, he would have got the fourth place by merit. And that's how I look at it. So, this is the end of the review. This is Solo P1 signing out. You know how to find me by now. If you follow me, you know where to find me. Hit that sub button. I do these videos for you guys. I love doing this video. I've got passion for Formula 1. And hit the sub button, guys, to help out the channel. I've been doing this. It's going to be 5 years this summer. 5 years this summer, I'm going to be doing these videos. I'm getting a lot more traction on my videos, which I'm so grateful for. I do this to entertain you guys. Don't take it personal. This is just Formula 1. Don't take it personal. I'm here to entertain. And this is why I'm here. Hit the sub button. Follow me on Twitch. You can go back and watch my videos on YouTube now. I've got live timing and live audio of the race, all digitalized. You can see the digital map, see the people going around in the car during the race. So if you want to watch that, that's on my YouTube channel now. I stream on Twitch 4 days a week. I'll be streaming tomorrow, Formula 1. So you can hit me on Twitch tomorrow. Just go over to my channel, hit that follow button, and you get your notifications as soon as I come online. Yeah, I'm there. But this is Solo P1 signing out. This race has been amazing. Absolutely amazing. I'm so happy for Charles Leclerc. I'm happy for Ferrari. Amazing. So, this is Solo P1 signing out. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. See you later, guys. Bye.